have two great guests in studio here today. We have Don Miner from the Hood Canal Lions and Lieutenant Travis Adams from the Sheriff's Office. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming on the air. We're going to do another little wrap-up session on the 9th Annual Hood Canal Lions Polar Plunge at the Alderbrook Resort and Spa a couple weeks back. This past Friday was the Sheriff's monthly luncheon, and Don, I know you were there and able to present to the Sheriff's Office some checks from the funds raised. So tell me a little bit about that.
You know, we were always happy to do that every year. This being our 9th annual, coming up next year, again in Alderbrook on that second Saturday of February. We're pleased to do it again. Our club now has grown to 25 or 30 members, and we meet there at the Alderbrook Resort and Spa. We meet at Alderbrook Country Club.
Sure.
I'm sorry. On that third Thursday, and we welcome anybody to come and join us. But this being one of probably the biggest project that we have, that we do. We also do the Hunter Farm pumpkin patch thing for a month or so, and we feed the hungry on the fourth Thursday over here at the church, crossing the
I missed the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, you did miss that. We'll get you next year on that one.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds fun.
That's a big one for us.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And of course, all that money is given away, as we recently did this last Friday morning, to the Sheriff's Department. And those three entities, of course, were search and rescue, the dive team, the canine unit, and the chaplains fund. Those have kind of been our standards over the years, and I know that the money is greatly appreciated and used wisely.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And we're more than happy to be part of that whole program.
The final check going to the Union Fire Department out there as well. Travis, talk to me a little bit. I think most folks are familiar with the search and rescue. They see them, if they don't need their services, they see them on the streets often during our parades, and the volunteer for them, the dive team, you kind of get a sense that they're around the waters and the canines have the dogs. But talk to us a little bit about what the Chaplains Fund is and how that is used for the needs of the Chaplains Fund.
Yeah, so we have a group of volunteer chaplains, and they come out anytime that we have a critical incident of most any nature. They come out, and they're non-denominational. They're there to provide support not only for deputies but for victims and for families. And any time that somebody's involved in a critical incident and they need some sort of support there, they call. We call up the chaplains, and they come on out.
Wow.
And the money that the Lions Club raises and donates to that fund provides critical training that allows them to go to training and conferences that give them training in order to provide the best support that they can. And it also gives them the opportunity to have a little bit of money so that they can use that money to add a scene if they needed to, buy something for the family or do other things along those lines. And so the funds that come in from the Lions Club are just absolutely critical.
Overall, when it comes to the money raised by not only the Lions but other organizations in the community, what does that mean to the Sheriff's Office, the staff at the Sheriff's Office, that the community is so involved always?
It absolutely means the world to us. So one of the things that Sheriff Salisbury has been very passionate about is partnerships with the community and partnerships with businesses and local community groups like the Lions Club, and all of that support that we get allows us to do many things that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. We have volunteers that run our North Precinct and do all the paperwork up there and help us in the office down south, and our search and rescue group is all volunteers. And so all of that community involvement in the groups like the Lions Club that support us just makes a world of difference, not only to us but to all the citizens of Mason County.
You have a pretty big reach, Don, because not only was it just the folks who were donating funds and raising funds as jumpers, there was a wide swath of raffle items that we donated or called out raffle numbers, some 62 or 63 raffles that we did over that on that event. So when you go out and you explain what this is for, people seem to get behind it.
They do, and they have every year for several years. We're so grateful for our local community, small businesses, large businesses that have contributed as they do. and some are significant raffle prizes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of the rounds of golf given by the country club at Alderbrook, and the cart, and especially the resort and spa.
Yeah.
That gives us that final raffle prize that we give away, which is a night's lodging there, and then of course their kindness in letting us have the jumpers once a year and put on the plunge. They provide the clam chowder, the hot chocolate, the coffee, and
those were all well needed too.
That's enough right there.
Pluses, that, and a few others are you at Fiber One. You guys have been super in helping us out, especially you, Jeff, and Dale Hubbard when he did it, of course. And this has been a good relationship for a good number of years. Another is your neighbor across the street here, the Mason County Journal.
Yeah.
And sometimes the Mason County Life, in fact, they were there this last time, from Bremerton, that puts out their little publication. Two other quickies are Black Star Printing.
Oh, yeah.
They do the big banners that we see that we put out. And, of course, the Union Fire Department provides the ambulance service and the warming vehicle for those that feel a little cold. And, of course, the warm towels that Alderbrook provides when you get out. And, it's an entire group of people and large sponsors. I mean, they're tremendous. Our sponsors, Tacoma Power, $500 they give us every year.
That's great.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Lucky Dog Casino, another $5. I mean, other great contributors are our community credit union of a few $100. The Hood Canal Communication, Green Diamond, Patty Case, and the Sierra Pacific's a new one this year.
Yeah.
So all of those, just put it all together, and the funds come in, and this year we raised some $5,700.
That's awesome.
And $5,000, of course, to the sheriff's department, and $1,000 and then $1,000 then to the Union Fire Department.
That's great.
It all just gels together with a lot of cooperation and help, and thanks to the public relations program of you folks and the others.
Travis, was this your first time jumping?
It was my first time jumping.
How was it for you?
Well, it was cold, although I will say it wasn't as cold as I had anticipated.
Oh, good.
I've done some obstacle course racing where they have really cold ice baths and things, and so it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I will do it again. It
Good.
wasn't that
Good for
it
you.
wasn't that big a deal.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too.
All right, we're
Good
all
next
in
time.
then for
Very
next year.
good.
I'm
So
all
the
in.
next one is the 10th annual, so it's going to be a big blowout here.
It
Oh,
will
that'll be the big one.
And do we have a date set already for
That'd
next
be
year?
the second Saturday of February of
2019.
2019.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It'll be
coming
here
up.
before you know it.
I'll say it all started over
Just down the way.
at Hoodsport, if you remember right.
I do.
So we thank all of you for all your help and really appreciate it.
Travis, before we get you out of here, let's remind folks about the Adventures in Boating Springs just around the corner.
Yes, I know it may not feel like it right now,
Sure.
but the truth is spring is absolutely coming, and for those people that want to operate boats, of course everybody knows that they've been phasing in the licensing requirements over the last few years, and so the Sheriff's Office is going to be providing a couple of classes for people who want to become boat operators. They'll be learning from our marine enforcement deputies who do it all summer long and are very experienced in that area. So we have two classes coming up. One is on the 18th of March and the other is on the 24th of March. And if you're interested in doing that, just contact our office. Deputy Chris Gaynor is the person who you would want to contact, and just leave a message for him and he'll get a hold of you and we can get it all arranged and hooked up so that you can come take the class.
Perfect.
We'll put that information in the show notes so folks know how better and best to get in touch with you. Travis, Don, thanks for coming in, guys.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to see
and
you.
I left additional candy for you.
Yes, thanks for the peanut
Well,
brittle.
it's not going to be left around much longer.